And straight back into part 2. Map name, Virtuous Vista. That's all I'm saying. Now here's a classic problem. See, the problem with playing a sneaking game is, once you've been on the attacking team, the stealth team, the game doesn't change your weapons back to what they were before. So, like I did just then, it's entirely possible for you to go into a game like this, on a brand new map, and still be carrying your tranquilizer gun. Which isn't bad. I mean, it's not a bad gun, but when you expect to be switching to a deadly weapon... Oh my god, I was killed by a guy wearing leopard print pants. Jesus Christ. Could that get any worse, really? Although now with me being dead, I can show you what everyone else is doing. Okay, here we have Bossman trying to see if he can scope out any easy targets. Although I don't think anyone else is close to him at the moment. It's kind of hard to tell because regardless of distance, the names all appear to be the same size. Okay, M's hiding in here. And I think it looks like... Yep, here comes David. Gonna get a couple of shotgun blasts to the chest. That's gonna leave a mark in the morning. What's I'm gonna do now? Well, it seems like he's placing a claymore for a Oh god. Wow. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate timing. You know, like a couple of seconds earlier and that wouldn't have happened. Wow. That's actually so far the moment of the game for me. And there we have the many drawbacks of trying to use a shotgun at long range. And here's hoping that I do better in the next round. Although I'm not holding out much hope, to be honest. Not the way things are going so far. And again... Oh, no, no. I think I noticed, but out of habit I just pressed start, and I still have my stun grenade and tranquilizer gun. I can't remember if I actually noticed for the rest of the night or not. Guess we'll see. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can... Oh, someone spotted me. So I gotta crawl backwards now. Before I get my cardboard box blown off. Now, going into first-person view can be more accurate, but you do end up blocking a hell of a lot of your view. So if they move left and right, it's very tricky to follow them. Okay, what I was doing there is I was stopping because people usually have a habit of trying to chase you down if you disappear somewhere. So I was thinking that if I ran up that hill and then stopped to turn around, then maybe I'd get an easy kill when they came around the corner to get me. But it didn't happen. And so far I've still killed no one. Almost 2 minutes into the game as well. Oh. How did... What? How did I... Well, finally I kill Minxie, but how did I not kill her that first time? What is wrong with my aiming? That's like so many levels of wrong. Good God, no wonder I suck at this game. Rule number 1 of MGO. If you get shot, do a forward roll under a truck. I can of course only assume that it was Bossman who shot me initially. In which case, well played, sir. Well played. Trying to see what gun he's actually got. It looks like a sniper rifle of some kind. If so, it's got to be the SVD. That's the well, it's the only sniper rifle, really. The only lethal one, anyway. It's a shame this is a recording back. If I was doing this live, I could press start and see who's still alive. But it looks like a rough guess there were 2 people on blue team. 1 person on blue team still alive. And at least 3 reds. So the odds are not in our favour right now. And I think this is going to be the end here. Oh, not quite. Oh, it is now, though. Now. There we go. Yeah. I thought it was the SVD. And, at least this time around, I finished mid-table. That's what happens when you don't die in the first 60 seconds. Note to everyone there. Finished 9th overall though for that entire game. I gotta get better. Oh, someone started the song off. Increased ending time. Go! On to the next game. What's it going to be this time, I wonder? Oh, it's a sneaking mission. I do kind of like this game mode, but only when I get to be Snake. Which isn't very often. Which gives me a sad. Okay, so what basically happens here is the 2 people in yellow at the top, Moo and John Boy, are Snake and the Mark II. Their job in this game mode is to not die, obviously, and collect dog tags from everyone else. Now, they only need to collect 3 dog tags, which might not sound very difficult, but they have to do it in 1 life. Or more to the point, Snake does. It doesn't really matter how many times the Mark II dies. But if Snake dies 3 times, it's game over. Snake loses. Also, if the timer ends and Snake hasn't collected the required amount of dog tags, Snake loses. It's very highly stacked against Snake, this game mode, to be honest. But we'll see how they do anyway. Still carrying a tranquilizer gun. This is becoming a poor show for me right now. Now, for everyone else who isn't Snake, this is essentially a team deathmatch with an added incentive. The thing is, you can't really stay still for too long, because if you do, you run the risk of being knocked out by a tranquilizer gun, and then having a shadowy figure come over to you and rifle through your pockets. Also, that's not how you throw a grenade. In fact, that's a good way of getting yourself killed. Just like that. Just like that. See, yes, I finally noticed. Although, to be fair, if I had been carrying a normal frag grenade last time, that blast might have killed me. I could have ended up killing myself, which would have just been even more of a fail. Ah, there's the Mark II there. You can also become invisible, so he's a little annoying to see. This is what a lot of people do with most of their time in a sneaking mission. They tend to just shoot the floor in hopes of hitting Snake or the Mark II. Or in my case, dying. A lot. I swear there are times when it feels like everyone else in the game is a highly trained killer, adept in using every single gun known to man, and then there's me, wading into any situation possible and just spraying and praying. Okay, now what I'm doing over here is I'm climbing this tower, because although Snake and the Mark II are invisible, they still give off shadows, much like normal people do during the sneaking mission, wearing the stealth gear. I should point out actually that Snake isn't wearing stealth gear, he's wearing the Octo camo from the single player game. Which means if you're playing as Snake, you kind of have to think about your surroundings. You can't just run around like you can with the Mark II and be invisible the entire time. You have to lay down on the ground or press up against the wall and let your camouflage change. Which, if you forget to do, could mean... Ladders, Steve. They were invented for a reason. Okay, I'm about to go flying. Game physics. Gotta love them. Nothing up here, so I'm gonna go back round. Go out the other side. And get greeted by a shotgun blast to the chest. Thanks, Em. You're a pal. Now, I've noticed that he's not moving from that spot, so what I can do is I can go around the back, just below where he is, and throw a grenade up to knock him off. Fortunately, he saves me the trouble and decides to just dangle off the edge, so I can get a free kill on him. It's almost like he read my mind. Oh, and here's the troublesome Mark II again. A bit easier to kill than Snake. Mainly because as long as you stay more than like 5 feet away from him, he can't really do anything to you. He has no ranged weapons. Although you don't get any bonus points for killing the Mark II. You gotta kill Snake.
No can do.
And other people, which I finally get to do.
You brought this on yourself.
Yeah, you can actually hurt other people on your own team. That's happened more than once, where you misfire a shot and you kill someone on your own team. That's happened. Ah, see? You can make out Snake's outline easier than you can for people wearing stealth gear. Otherwise, I imagine if he was wearing stealth gear, it would be near impossible to see him. Which actually, why doesn't he just wear stealth gear? I mean, clearly the technology is there. Wouldn't that make his entire life so much easier?
I won't cry.
Just a thought. Round 2. Who's going to be the victor this time? Red, blue, or Snake? Well, to be honest, Snake rarely wins. Like, hardly ever. So, I don't think it's going to be any different this time around either. Currently, I appear to not quite know where to go. I'm having a directional crisis. Finally, I choose to venture out, leave the safe zone, mess up another grenade throw, and attempt to be a sneaky bastard, which is likely going to fail. Oh, go up, thank you. For a minute now I thought I didn't notice him, but luckily I did. That would have been really embarrassing if I would have missed that guy in the leopard print pants run by me. It's like, how can you miss something like that? Seriously. Still no sign of Snake. Or anyone else from the blue team for that matter. Right, the reason I sprayed the ground is, you might have heard it. There was the sound of the Mark II near me. Because he makes a sound whenever he uses his stunning whip. And if you look, there's a shadow on the ground. There's a giveaway. It's actually fun playing as the Mark II. Definitely a lot more fun than playing as Snake. That was an easy kill there. Not gonna argue with that. It all adds up. And then I die and get points taken off. Swings and roundabouts. Swings and roundabouts. But yeah, it's a lot more fun playing as the Mark II. But there is a downside, which you'll see later, because I get to play as him. And it's a really annoying downside. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but just wait and see. You can see there, trying to take advantage of the fact that I was looking up to see who had used the catapult. Bad form, Minxie. Bad form. That's unsportsmanlike. Says the guy who totally planned on throwing a grenade up to someone earlier. But never mind. Oh, someone spotted Snake. But where? And there we go. Blue team took it this time. Who won overall though? Let's find out. Not a snake, that's for sure.
Come on, there's no more time.
Okay.
Blue team. By quite a margin too. Shockingly. And Moo just killed himself with a grenade. Well done. That actually happens a lot at the end of games. People just throw grenades on the floor and dive on them. Standard. Someone started a song again.